I want to bid a shalom to the African Americans, a shalom to Hebrew Israelites, and a shalom to the Gentiles. I also want to bid a shalom to the bride of the Messiah, a shalom to the 144,000, and a shalom to the nation of Israel. For you, Israel, Yasharal, you are the bride of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. I'm calling everyone's attention, whether you are an Israelite, whether you are a Gentile, whether you call yourself an African American. I'm bringing this attention to Adam, to mankind. Okay, I want you to take your screen and pause it, and I want you to read the post that Vocab Malone posted up 1 day ago. And today's date on Satan calendar, which is the heathens calendar, or the Romans calendar, is May the 28th, 2020 AD. Take this time to pause it and read the comment. Okay? First, let us get this out the way. Okay? Next, since I had given you the date, we need to get that out the way right quick. Oh, before the date, let me give you the title of this video. It is titled as African Americans, Hebrews, Israelites, Gentiles, etc. The Wickedness of Vocab Malone. When you read the post, when you read it, it would disturb your soul. It would disturb your spirit. Okay? And I want to repeat, the wickedness of an European, Vocab Malone, who called himself a disciple of the Messiah, but no disciple would write something like that. Okay? I want you to also check the video description box for the comment section. For Yahuwah has spoken himself in these last days, as written in Numbers 11 and Numbers 12 and Joel chapter 2 and Acts chapter 2. He will speak through his prophets and prophetess. He will give old men dreams, and his spirit will fall on the flesh of men, and their sons and daughters shall prophesy in these last days. I'm highly encouraging you, African Americans, to hear Yahuwah prophetic messages, for he has spoken. Do you hear me? Y'all need to read. He is speaking. He is letting us know what season we are in, what days we are in, for we are in the season for the Messiah to return any day now, any week, any month, any year, where we can see the signs manifest in the heavens. So I'm asking you, because his message will be attached to this video, click on the letter I to hear what our Father in heaven has to say. And also for you Gentiles, hear the message that our Father has to say, because he is speaking. Okay? Which brings us to this, where we are in the calendar. It's very important, because the word was teaching me that we need to keep up with time. Not the way the Romans taught us, who are the Roman Catholic Church, who are the 4 feasts, okay, that Daniel talks about, because they would change times and laws. And you will have access to this calendar, and it's free unto you. But I have to let you know what day we are in, because this is serious. We are in a time now, just like the days of Noah. And we know the judgment of Yah is upon the earth. For Zion affliction is fulfilled. The tribulation of the Jews is fulfilled. And now the birth pains are increasing, are becoming stronger and stronger. Do you hear me, Israelites and Gentiles? This is how serious a time we're in. So through the prophets such as Enoch and Moshe, the books that Moshe has written, like Jubilees, and reading 1st, 2nd, 3rd Enoch, reading the King James 1611 Bible, reading Josephus, reading the Lost 10 Tribe books now, okay, has confirmed unto us what day and season we are in. We are in the 8th day from Adam, which is the 13th day from creation. And so far, what the Father has given me, we are in the 7,487 year from Adam, and in the 7th month of his calendar, it will become the 7,488 year. Okay. And you probably wonder what that has to do with biblical prophecy. A lot. Because the Messiah said those who are watching and praying will know what season we're in and the time. So we are warning you to get your soul right. Do you hear me, Israelite and Gentiles? Do you hear me, African Americans? Do you hear me, all tribes and nations of the earth? You need to repent and make it right with Yah. We are in the 3rd month of his calendar. So can I get this to come over here? And the 3rd month is called Sivan, okay? And it means they're covering. Recently, we went over a lesson what the covering is. Oh, Nation of Israel, you need to watch that video about Sivan, their covering. The husband, Isha is the Nation of Israel husband. You need to watch that. There's a message in that for you, oh Nation of Israel. We are in the 1st week of the moon. The day on the heathen's calendar is May the 28th. So we are in the 5th day of the moon, in the 1st week of the moon, and it falls on the, sorry about that. It falls on the 4th week of the Most High calendar. You cannot go by the Gregorian calendar because it does not follow Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. It does not follow the circuits in the heavens. Do you hear me, Christians? Okay? You have to follow the Most High calendar to understand what time we are in, what season we are in. For the Father has given us 3 lights, which is the moon, the sun, and Mazzaroth. Mazzaroth is a word you can find in the Bible, and it's a Hebrew word for the 12 signs that the Gentile call the zodiac. Also, Josephus will confirm what I'm saying unto you. Okay? So we are in the 5th day of the moon, which is the first week in the Most High calendar, and it is, I have to count back here, 7, 6, 5, and it's the 4th day in the Most High week. The 4th day. How I was able to get the calendar, you have to go to the channel. You can reach me by my email, which is followingthemessiah378@gmail.com. Okay. Very important for you to know. Remember, the calendar must be made of 3 lights. For as Daniel prophesies in Daniel chapter 7, the 4th beast, which is Rome, shall change the times. Okay. As far as the day of the sun, we are in the sun's, let me see. We are in the sun's 3rd month and 8th day. The sun's 3rd month and 8th day. The Most High day will fall on May the 27th to May the 28th from sundown to sundown. And this word is given in the daylight phase on May the 28th. Again, you can go to the video description box to click on the link to have access to the Most High calendar. It is free unto you. my brothers and sisters. Close this out the way. Now let's go back to this. So on this post, Vocab wrote, I watched the full video. What's the context that would make this okay? Tell me, the police officer or policeman didn't look like he was enjoying murdering. The problem I have with this post is the last sentence. I want y'all to really read this. Now, this European called himself a disciple of the Messiah. Why would you write, tell me, the policeman didn't look like he was enjoying murdering? Now, y'all explain something to me. When somebody is murdering someone, do they have to express a certain mood or a certain behavior? Something's wrong, y'all. Something's wrong. A long time ago, I had warned Vocab, and Vocab did not take my warning seriously because I really saw what was really in his heart. And to give y'all an idea who he is, for some of y'all may not know him, a couple years ago, he came out preaching against the bad seeds, the sects that are among the Hebrew Israelites. And he came with a hidden agenda. In other words, you know how the Bible says, let your yea be nay, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. And when Brother Michael was talking with him and dealing with him, not only him, but a majority of us asked him, what is your true intentions for preaching against the Hebrew Israelites? So he came with the hidden agenda, like he's coming about that he was concerned about the gospel, that the truth of the gospel was not being given. Well, later on, we come to know that was a lie. For he really revealed what was truly in his heart. He do not believe that we, those who call themselves African Americans and Native Americans, and remember, we're spread out throughout the four corners of earth, because so you have to understand the Europeans has given us their name as far as what our tribe name should be. But that's not our true tribe name. That's not our true nation name. See, we had a language, we had land, we had we had a heritage that identified us who we are, but they removed that from us. Okay, so what was really in his heart, my brothers and sisters, I really want y'all to hear this. He did not believe that we are the children of Israel, which is fine, because when you know biblical prophecy, you have to read Ezekiel chapter 38, Ezekiel chapter 39, and you have to read the Song of Moses, which is Deuteronomy 32 and Deuteronomy 28. Because when you come in the whole volume of the book, we know this as Israelites. We know the whole world is not going to receive us as being the Most High people. The Most High make that clear. The Most High says until he get his honor and his glory, then he will let the world know who is his people. So we are already under that understanding. I mean, we got that down. But with Vocab, the problem we have with him, with the videos that he has put out about our history, y'all, I'm telling y'all, your mouth would drop. This man has put lies. But yet he called himself a disciple of the Messiah. Yet he called himself a follower of the Messiah. But look what he wrote. Tell me, and I'm reading this word for word. Tell me, the policeman didn't look like he was enjoying murdering. Y'all, that comment has disturbed my soul and my spirit, because this is not Adam. This is not human. Something's wrong. And those that adjoin himself to him, that are from the, I put quote unquote, because this is the European term they has given us. They call us African Americans. Those who have came out of the African American, who joined themselves to him, I feel sorry for y'all, because y'all support this. This is what y'all support. Now, another thing the Father want me to share with y'all about Vocab, he won't go to the good apples. He's constantly focused on the bad apples. Okay. And I'm like, what are you doing? Are you trying to put us all in one group? And I had seen a couple of his videos, how they laugh at us, how they mock us, and they not giving the whole truth. There's different sects of us. Okay. Just as in the days of the Messiah, you have the sects of the Pharisees. We have the Sadducees. We have the Herodians. We have the proselytes. We have the Essenes. We have the Sicaries. Yeah, when you read the work of Josephus, you begin to learn about the different sects. So just as in our nation, in our tribe, okay, we have different sects of us. Which brings me to this. I got to make this clear, because I had dealt with Vocab and his team before, and they didn't even apologize to me for something they said about me that was not correct. So I had to let you know what I believe. I am a Hebrew Israelite. I am a Jew. Other words for us are Judeans, because you go back from the modern English to Old English to the Latin, to the Greek, you will learn the original word that was given unto us by the Gentiles was Judeans, because at that time the southern kingdom was ruling. Okay, all right. But today, the word Jew came about in the year of 1700s, and you'll find it comes from a French word. And since that time, which is the 18th century, since the 18th century, they have been identifying us as Jews. Okay. So I do believe that I'm a Jew, based on the dreams, based on how Yah has sent his messengers unto me. There was prophets and prophetess sent unto me, based on the word, what the word was teaching me. So this don't come by blood. This came by the Spirit, Vocab. That's who told us who we are. Then the Father sent more confirmation unto us in our history, in DNA, and through people testimonies. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand the Spirit and about faith. Because I'm going to take my Father's word over your word. My Father told me who I am. So that's what I'm going to flow with, the Spirit, which is Yahuwah. He is the Father. He is Abba. Okay. Let me also share this about me. I believe that, in other words, I identify myself as, and forgive my tongue because I have a hard time saying certain words. I identify myself as a Messianic Nazarene, because again, when you go back to proper words and the correct word that should be used, I come to find out that we should be called Mashiachim Nazarene, which basically means that I'm a follower of the Messiah. I come in the whole volume of the book, because when you come in the whole volume of the book, even in the Old Testament, there are prophecies that has not been fulfilled to its fullness yet. So you can't stay in one part of the book and not understand the bigger picture here that's going on in these last days. I do believe in the baptism of the water and of the Spirit. I do believe in the speaking of tongues, in the laying of hands, those signs that are written in Mark chapter 16, as well in the whole volume of the book, that these signs will be upon us, Vocab Malone. Also, I do believe that Gentiles can receive salvation. And through the word of Yah, Yah taught me there are three groups. The three groups are the bride of the Messiah, the 144,000, and the nation of Israel. And two of these groups shall be redeemed from the earth, as written, and one group shall remain in the earth, for more has to be taken place, because Yah is going to show the beast who he is, and he's going to protect his people. He's going to be an Ishah to him in these days to come. But y'all don't understand these biblical prophecies, you know, because you've been indoctrinated by the Roman church. Therefore, y'all keep pagan holidays. Y'all have no understanding about the law, and understanding that when you read Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48, we're going back to the creator original plan since the beginning of time. See, there's a law in heaven and there's a law in earth that we keep. What's done in heaven is done in earth. All you have to read is the book of Corinthians, I believe it's chapter 6, and the book of Revelation, I believe it's 21 or 22, and it tells you of those who would not be allowed in the kingdom of heaven, because it goes back to the old covenant about, it was there, the instructions, such as a liar would not be permitted in the kingdom of heaven. Drunkards would not be permitted in the kingdom of heaven. It's in there. And you will find that the old go hand with the new and the new go hand with the old, but you don't understand how we can keep the law. We keep the law through the Messiah, that Holy One, that one that makes us the sons and daughters of God. That's how we keep it perfectly. A mystery that many do not understand, because these things come by spirit. See, when you understand who is the salvation and the righteousness of Yah, then you understand how we are able to keep the law, because we come under the Messiah. We're no longer under the law as our schoolmaster, as our teacher, okay? We are under the Messiah, for he shall teach us all things. For flesh shall no longer teach us. It is the Spirit of Yah who is the Messiah, who is the Comforter. As written in 1 John chapter 2, verse 27, and John chapter 14 to John chapter 16. You got to read 14, 15, and 16 to understand 1 John chapter 2, verse 27. So that's what it means. It doesn't mean that he replaced anything, but he showed us how to keep these things in the fourth beast kingdom, because the Father knew what the fourth beast would do. He knew that he would place these stumbling blocks before us to prevent us from keeping what is sacred and what is holy unto him. Okay? So therefore, the Father had to make a new covenant for us to keep, so we can make it in. Again, these things come by spirit, things that y'all don't understand. Because I don't see of how y'all are born of the water and the spirit, because your fruit shows you are not a child of God. Your fruits is showing me that you have become a child of Satan. You have followed the same way that those bad apples that are among us. Because if you know biblical prophecies, Yah said himself through Ezekiel chapter 20 that he shall what? Purge out the rebels from among us. See, Yah is going to deal with them. But I see the bigger picture, Vocab, what you're doing. You are coming at the Israelites to put yourself on a bigger pedestal. Okay? You are doing your will and not my Father's will. And through your pedestal, you are one of the many. You're not the only one of the many that will use us to bring a sword against my people. And you're probably saying, huh? What do you mean? Vocab, you're going to have blood on your hands for what you're doing. Don't think I don't see what you're doing. So, African Americans, I need for you to really pay attention, because what I'm about to show you now, this is what's coming, and it's already done started. And your faith is going to be tested more than ever before. And I have to get this word out to you so you can prepare your heart, your soul, and your mind for what is coming. Okay? Let me see. I need to close some stuff out. Let me clear. Okay. One of the things I want to show you, because I'm not just talking out the side of my mouth. I am a sister unto you, and I'm a servant unto Yah. And you're probably wondering, how am I a servant unto Yah? I am called by Yah to preach his word. Read Numbers chapter 11 and Numbers chapter 12, Joel chapter 2, and Acts chapter 2. I am called by him. Okay? And there's a lot of things the Father has shared with me, and not only with me, but with my other fellow brothers and sisters who are servants of Yah. Okay? This is something I want to show you so you can understand that I'm not talking out the side of my mouth. I know they've been watching me, and that's fine because I know who got me. Yah got me, y'all. He's covering me. He's protecting me. And he has shown me in my dreams how Satan will come and try to silence me. Father ought to let me know. So for those who have been watching like the new moon reports, one day y'all was able to see what I'm talking about. For example, I had some anonymous people to come to view the calendar, and one of the symbols they're using is anonymous dragon. That tells you a lot, because you know what the Bible says about the dragon. So I know who they serve and who they coming in the name of. Also, in the comment section, I had some weird comments, and I forgot who told me what it could be. They said it's a robot, but they would come in an image of pyramids, 3 pyramids. And if you know about the breakdown of 666, you know how they come in these different imagery to represent whom they truly serve. I'm not speaking on the side of my mouth. I'm not paranoid. But what the Father has shown me, he helped me to recognize who they are, because a lot of things, my brothers and sisters, are right before your eyes, but hidden because you lack the knowledge thereof. Remember what the Father said? You lack the knowledge thereof. So take this time now to pause your screen, because that's one of the proofs that I have unto you that they're watching me. Okay? Another proof I want to give unto you, again, I was on Facebook, and as time went on, when the Father was revealing my role and my assignment unto me, you know, he helped me to understand a lot of things in his word, and he also began to release things unto me. And I noticed how Facebook would try to hinder it or try to stop me. And we know who controlled the news, who controlled the Facebook, who controlled everything. That's another thing I want to say to those who address themselves as African Americans. We don't own anything. We don't own no land. We don't have a country. The Europeans have taken over everything. And among the European are the Jewish, yet had, YHUH. They are converts. And this is not all of them. For some of them have converted and are following the Messiah. They are Messianic. But for the rest of them, as a nation of people, the reason why the Bible called them the synagogue of Satan, for they followed the Talmud and the Kabbalah. When you learn about those books, you will understand why the Messiah spoke against the Pharisees. It started with them. It came from them. They taught the converts that, okay? And that is why the Messiah called them, they are like their father, the devil. He was a murderer since the beginning, okay? So that is the book or the instruction their father. This is why the Bible called them the synagogue of Satan. They do not follow Torah. They do not follow the King James 6 and 11. They follow the Talmud and the Kabbalah. So we already know we don't own the news, okay? We don't own the music industry. We don't own Hollywood. Therefore, they have control of the media, and they can project what they want the world to see. Again, they follow the same example as Hitler. What Hitler used as propaganda. The same thing is being used today against us. I need y'all to listen. Remember, I told y'all, Vocab is just one of them. There's many other groups and people that are being set up to bring a sword against you. And I'm going to show you in the word. The word speak of this. So I really need for y'all to hear me, because when the Father gave me a dream in 2016 about the sword, y'all, it's not good. And because I know what is coming, I have to preach unto you. I have to warn you and let you know how to prepare your heart and soul so you will not lose the kingdom of heaven. That is the greatest inheritance that the bride and the 144,000 to receive. I really need for y'all to hear this, because this is crucial. This is very important. Okay. So what I'm showing unto you, I want you to see this. This was a video that I did some years ago to show y'all how Facebook do not want you to know the truth. And we know Facebook is owned by a Jewish person. And what I posted, y'all, I didn't break any community rules. There was no hate speech in this. Okay? It was giving you the truth about when the Messiah was born and what the word had taught me, that he was born in the 7th month of the Most High calendar. The 7th month of the Most High calendar would fall in the September or the October month of the heathens calendar. Okay? And because what the Father has shared with me about the birth of the Messiah, and when I posted this information, this is what Facebook did. I'm going to blow this up because I want you to see this. Okay? We'll leave it like that. Here, this is what Facebook said. Thanks for the feedback. Your feedback will help us improve detection. We block posts that look like spam according to our community guides. Now, to this day, y'all, I cannot unlock that post. They would not let me unlock it. Luckily, I was able to copy it. How I copy it, you know how you can highlight something? That's how I was able to copy and save that information and keep it. So then they gave me no choice. I ended up coming on YouTube to post it so y'all can get this information. This video too will also be attached as well, so y'all can see what was shared in this about the birth of the Messiah. But this is something that I want to give you as evidence. I'm telling y'all, Satan and his children do not want you to know the truth. Satan do not play fair, y'all. He wants you to join him in Sheol, which is hell. He wants you to come with him to the eternal lake of fire when the Father put him in there. Okay? Because it's two parts to this, y'all. It's an earthly judgment, and then there's a spiritual judgment. Right now, Sheol, which we know is hell, there's fire and torture and all kinds of things down there. But that's just the first part. Then when the final judgment comes, then those souls and angels, principalities, will be placed in the eternal lake of fire. So there's two parts to that type of death. Okay? And Satan do not want you to know the truth. When you come in the whole Bible book, including the Apocrypha, it will teach you that Satan envies Adam. And this is what Satan told our father Adam, y'all, in the first and second book of Adam and Eve. He told him that I will cause your seed to war against one another. And we seeing that today. Because the true enemy that's working behind the scene is this principality. And I need for y'all to wake up and really see what's going on. And he's using many people like Vocab and many others to come against those who believe they are the children of Israel. They have a hidden agenda. Okay? And they're going to bring a sword upon you by the words they say that is not true. So take this time now to pause the screen, because this is one of the things that Facebook has done unto me, of hiding the truth about the Messiah's birth and when he was born. To show you Christians that he was not born in no December, that has to do with the son of Satan, Tammuz. And this is what the Roman church have y'all to participate in a pagan holiday that has nothing to do with the Most High Yah. Again, please read Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48, and you will learn what days that the Father will have you to keep in the new eternal kingdom, in the new heaven and new earth. These are the things that the Roman church, the Roman Christian church, would not preach unto you. Also read Isaiah chapter 66 and Zechariah chapter 14. These are the things that such as Vocab and those who join themselves to him do not want you to know. Israelites and Gentiles, do you hear me? They don't want you to know these things. They want you to remain joined to Satan. They want you to keep Satan days. They want you to follow Satan calendar. So you'll be off guard. So you will lose your inheritance to the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Let me see where else we need to go. Which brings us to this. To understand the mystery on the three groups, such as the bride of the Messiah, the 144, and the nation of Israel, the Father had me to preach this word unto you. There's a playlist that discusses these things, such as the rapture doctrine, the mystery of the eagle wings, the saints becoming white. What did that mean? Okay? And the marriage supper of the Lamb. And recently, he had me to add a book that you probably want to read, because again, the Roman church don't want you to read the book of Mary Magdalene. And now I understand why the Roman Catholic Church talks so bad about her. Because she is a disciple of the Messiah, and she was given a great mystery that was not given by the other disciples. Okay? Also was added for you, O nation of Israel. You need to understand about your Isha, because it's coming to pass. It's coming. And these are the things that the Christian church is not going to teach you. They're not going to teach you about the biblical prophecies that pertain to the nation of Israel, because they don't want you to know there's another part to this. They want you to believe that all of y'all going to heaven. But in the word of Yah, it teaches us there would be a new heaven and a new earth. So who would be in the new heaven and who would be in the new earth? These are things that was not preached by them, not taught by them, because they want you to remain in darkness. Which brings me to this, and I was talking about the triangles, like how the Father teach me about their signs, because I have many come unto me on Facebook, but mainly on YouTube, under a false identity, and they had these symbols that was attached to their name. So I already knew who they were. And what I'm saying is, I knew whom they were serving. Which brings us to this. When you look at the Roman Catholic Church and look at that image, and when the Father had me to look at this, and the Father broke it down unto me, this image and these letters, you see the cross and the YHUH means 666. They come in the power of 3. This video playlist will be attached so you can understand how they've been right before our eyes, and it's been there all along. The beast's name, TIHS, means 666. So we know the last wicked one is coming. The last anti-Messiah is coming. We know he's coming. And he too will bear a mark for the people to join themselves unto him. So you got to understand what that mark means. When you go to this playlist that I had just talked about, when you look at Sivan, I break it down. In other words, Yah showed me the breakdown of the mark and what it means. And the beast, the final one, the 8 that would come out the 7th, the one that is, but not, but yet to come, the one that come out the 7th, he would come, and he too will have a mark for those who would join themselves unto him. And you got to understand what that means, and why the Father would not forgive them, and why they would be placed in the eternal lake of fire. You got to understand what that mark would do unto you. Okay? because he's coming. We can see the signs in the heaven and earth that he's coming, and soon he will set up his kingdom. Remember, the Satan copies the Father and the Son. He have nothing of his own. So when he comes, you need to be able to recognize the signs and know that he is not the Messiah, because he too going to do great powers and wonders that will deceive many. And for those who think, well, no, nobody can deceive me, let me tell you something. Y'all don't understand the word of Yah. When you read a book of Thessalonians, that spirit that he's going to place upon the earth for those who reject his truth in the beginning, such as his servants preaching unto you the truth, and y'all rejecting it, then you will fall for the great deception. There will be a spirit placed upon the earth that will cause you to fall for the great deception. And the only ones that will not fall for the great deception are those who are sealed in the blood of the Lamb. We're going to see it. But for the rest of y'all won't, because you haven't been sealed in the blood of the Lamb. That's how great and powerful that this deception, that this wicked one is coming with. This is why the word compare him to the three falls. Again, if you want to know more about the three falls, just let me know and I'll send that word unto you. Because that's how powerful it's going to be. And you won't be able to resist. Okay? To understand the breakdown of this image that the Roman church carries, you need to watch the name doctrine and the breakdown of the beast's name. Again, those who are in the body of the Messiah, as we grow in this body, and what I'm hearing from the Father, he's saying those who want more, he would give more. Okay, so I do understand, when I do come with the understanding that we are all on different levels of understanding. So I don't expect everyone to get this. But what Yah is telling me, those who want more, he's going to give them more. Okay? Now let's go to the word so y'all can understand what's coming, because I got to tell y'all this. I have to warn y'all. What Vocab is doing is what many is going to do. And we have warned those who came out the One West camps and carried the doctrines of the One West camps. We have warned y'all. Okay? And y'all not listening to the warning. Even the Messiah said, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. Y'all not following the instruction of the Messiah. Therefore, Satan is going to use y'all to bring a sword against our people, against the true Israelites. Okay? And you probably saying not so, because we check our members, all this and that, but there's already agents in your own organizations, in your camps, in your assemblies. They're already there, but you can't recognize them because they have blended very well. And it has went back to the root of the One West camp, because when you study the history of the commandment keepers, you will learn that they got their teachings and understanding from the Jewish people, which is very ironic. It's there. This is why y'all bear that 6-pointed star. And I do want to share this with my brothers and sisters. When a sister had a dream about me, because she was so concerned about my well-being, because I was going through homelessness, and she would just, it's just that I was heavily on her mind. When she had the dream about me, she saw me, and in the dream she also saw the menorah. She didn't see no 6-pointed star. She did not see no 5-pointed star. She saw the menorah. And you learn about the menorah in Zechariah chapter 4, Zechariah chapter 11, Revelations 11, Revelation 1 and 2, you will learn that the menorah represents the house of Judah, the house of Israel, and soon that candlestick will become one candlestick, as prophesied in Ezekiel chapter 37. Okay. Also, it represents the congregation of Israel, which is the church, which is the bride, because it's nothing new underneath the sun. Because when you read Exodus chapter 12 and Deuteronomy chapter 29, you will learn that the Israelites and the Gentiles. And the Gentiles I'm speaking of are strangers that came out with Israel when the Most High broke the head of the Leviathan, broke the head of the dragon, Rahab, which is Egypt. They came out with the Israelites, okay? And they too took a hold onto the covenant as written in Deuteronomy chapter 29. And there's many other verses that would support that. So there's nothing new underneath the sun. This is why in the bride of the Messiah, we have Israelites and Gentiles, males, females, circumcised and uncircumcised, bond and free, Scythians, barbarians, etc. All those that receive the salvation of Yah, which is Yahushua HaMashiach, they are his bride. Okay? And it's a mystery why they are the same, because we know as gender-wise, a male and female are not the same, so how they're the same. Again, it's a mystery on that, and it deals with going back to the status of Adam. Okay, so getting back on track here, what I was saying, Satan's going to use y'all to bring a sword against your people. And vocab is one of them. All you have to do is go on his channel and look at the content that he's posting, because we know that the Jewish, the synagogue of Satan, and the Europeans, they control everything. They control the news, they control the media, they can show the world what they want the world to see. So they're gonna paint a negative image of the Hebrew Israelites. And they're gonna try to say that we are a what's the word I'm looking for? They're gonna label us as terrorists. They're going to label us as a hate group. Again, because you, One West camps, or those who came out the One West camps, or those who carry the One West camps doctrines, because of you, they're going to label us as a hate group. Okay? So that's how it is in this world. Unfortunately, the bad apples paint the image of all the good apples. Okay? Which would bring me to this, what the prophet Hosea said. Let me see, can I find that verse first? I'm going to have to go back. Let me see. Can I find that verse? I'm going to put y'all on pause. Let me find that. Okay, I'm back. Let me read the chapter summary of Hosea chapter 5 from the King James 16:11. For it says, under the parable of a vineyard, Yahuwah excuseth his severe judgment, his judgment upon covetousness, upon lasciviousness, y'all have to forgive my tone, upon lasciviousness, forgive my tone, upon impiety, upon injustice, the executioners of Yah's judgments. And I do apologize. Sometimes I'm not the best pronouncer of certain words, but look how Moses continues to speak for Yah, and Moses even said unto Yah, I'm not the greatest speaker. So again, as you see, Yahuwah will use whomever he will to do his bidding, or his will. Okay, Isaiah chapter 20, because we are in these days now. Because I know when Vocab see this, he's going to find a way to twist what he said, and that's fine. But that post says it all for me. You are not Adam. Nobody that is human would say something like that. A man's life has been taken. What kind of spirit have you joined yourself to, Vocab? But it's not the spirit of Yah. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. We are in these days now. For Vocab is going to make some lame excuse, and those who join themselves to him and support him, they're going to find a way to twist what he's saying, and they're going to continue on. So we're now truly in that day where they would call evil good and good evil. Okay? We're in that day where they will support the things of darkness instead of the things of the light. Okay? Which brings me to my dream. Those who call themselves African Americans, okay? Because remember, this is what the European call you. You have a nation. You have a tribe. You have an identity. We are not a tribe of the crayon black, because we know better than this. We know the children of Adam had melanin. When you go back to the book and you understand the Hebrew, we know the children of Adam had melanin. Okay? We know that. Science will even say that the people with melanin, it came first before the people without melanin. That is scientific fact. Okay? And what we're saying, vocab, and what you're not getting, or what you refuse to hear or see, we didn't ask to come to this country. We was taken. We was brought here. And we were mistreated. And there was so much terrible things that was done to my people, as well as to the Native Americans that y'all call them Native Americans, but the word let me know that they are the lost 10 tribes of Israel. Okay? And they too have sacred books that was given unto them that the heathens stole from them and took it and made a religion out of. And that's the same thing your people have done, the Europeans. Because y'all done so much terrible things to our people, and you have not repented. Your ancestors, y'all have not repented. And one thing I love about Yah, he is a righteous judge, and we are in a season where he's bringing these things to your attention. But as a nation of people, y'all are not repenting. Therefore, you're going to receive the judgment of Yah. It's coming. For the words say that a man sowed, that a man reap. Galatians chapter 5. Because you won't repent. So going back to my warning unto you, African Americans, which I don't even like saying that name, because that's the name that the Europeans has given unto us. Because when you read a work of Josephus, you will learn they fall in the same manner of the Greeks. For the Greeks went around changing the names of the tribes and the nations of the earth. However, there are some nations to this day that bear their true name, their name of antiquity, that was not changed. Oh yeah, they still exist. But, and you're probably saying, why did they do that? Well, it's just simple. Satan put that in their heart because Satan don't want you to know who you are. Satan don't want you to know who is Magog. Okay? Satan don't want you to know the other tribes. I mean, they're true tribes. So what he did, he sown false, or he sown names to persuade you that it don't line up to the Bible. But it does. Because now Yah is bringing out all truths. So, vocab, I know you're confused about what to call us. Because you're probably saying, well, they say this and say that. But this is how you know you have grown in the body of Messiah. The word teach me to love my neighbor as myself. So what I address you as white European or white vocab, no, I call you by your name, vocab. I call you by your tribal name or your nation that y'all identify yourself as, which is Europeans. So those who have grown in the body of Messiah and under that law is loving thy neighbor as thyself. This is why I'm asking you to address us by our tribe or by our nation name. Do not address us by a crayon name. Okay? Because if you're trying to identify us by color, you would know that with the color of our skin, we come in different shades of brown and black. And there are some of us that are among us because of the mingling. They don't bear melanin because of the mingling. But that does not represent the nation of people. The Bible gives you the traits of the Israelites. They have melanin. They have black or white hair. You can read that in Mathew chapter 5 and Leviticus chapter 13 to chapter 14. These are the traits they bear. They did not have red hair, blonde hair, what's some other word, strawberry blonde or burgundy. I mean, not burgundy, or brunette. That's not the hair color they bear as a nation of people. I'm talking about as a nation. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about as a nation of people. The Bible gives you the characteristics of a Jew, but you don't want to see that. That's fine. Because like I said, the words say that the world will not know who we are. I mean, the whole world now. There are some Gentiles who are waking up. They know who we are. And there are even some of our enemies. They know who we are. Okay. But as the words say, the whole world will not know who we are until Yah introduce who we are. Okay. Now going back to the warning of the sword, the dream that I had in the year of 2016. I need for y'all to listen up. Whether you call yourself an African American, I need for you to listen, Israelites. I need for you to hear, O Bride of the Messiah, 144, and Nation Israel. Hear this. I had this dream, and I dreamed about a sword. And when I woke up from the dream, the Father led me to Jeremiah chapter 31. When you have a chance, read the whole chapter. I'm not going to read all these verses. I'm going to get straight to the point. We're going to start with the chapter summary, which is Jeremiah chapter 31. The restoration of Israel, the publication thereof. Rachel of mourning is comforted. Ephraim repentant is brought home again. The Messiah is promised. His care over the bride, his new covenant, the stability and amplitude of the bride. Okay? Or the church. Okay? And the Father want me to remind y'all, there are, when I say 3 covenants, we know about the old covenant, which now has been replaced by the new covenant that the Messiah has established for us because we are in the 4th beast kingdom. And because we're in the 4th beast kingdom, the Most High knew of the stumbling blocks and snares that the 4th beast set for us to prevent us from keeping his commandments perfectly. Therefore, the new covenant was created because now we are graduating from the carnal to the spirit, a ministry that many do not understand. And this is how we are able to keep Torah perfectly with every T and I dotted because of the seed that dwell in our bowels. That makes us the sons and daughters of Yah. And soon the new eternal covenant will come because as Yah said in Romans 11, he shall have mercy upon the nation of Israel. See, because they have not graduated, because they refuse to receive the new covenant as a nation of people, Yah has something else established for them, which is the new eternal covenant. Remember, they have uncircumcised heart and they're not born of the water and the spirit. So Yah would deal with them in the wilderness. Okay? So when I have this dream about the sword, let's start from the top of Jeremiah 31. At the same time saith Yahuwah, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith Yahuwah, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I caused him to rest. And as we see now, it's all the beginning. They are killing our people. They are killing our men. We have no justice. Okay? This has been going on for years. They hate us. Esau, our brother, hate us so bad. And the nations who have joined themselves to him, they hate us so bad. We have no justice. We go to their court and plead for justice and we get no justice. It is to the point now we don't know if when we see a cop, what they're going to do to us. It is not safe for us. What? And then too, you have to ask yourself, why is it that we receive no justice? Why is it that our people could be killed by cops and nothing is done? Why is it that racism still exists to this day? Why is it that we are not giving any reparations for what the Europeans and those nations who joined themselves to the Europeans have done unto us? Why is it that we don't have a country of our own? Why is it that we don't have a heritage? Why is it that we don't have our language? Why is it that we speak in the heathen's tongue? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? These are the questions we need to be asking. Why is this constantly being done unto us? We didn't ask to come here. And when you put all these burdens, affliction on us, or preventing us from arising in your education system, from arising in your workplace, you're constantly oppressing us, constantly oppressing us. You have to ask yourself, why? Why is this happening? Why is that it seems like we are a curse in this earth as a nation of people throughout the four corners of the earth? Why is that we don't have what the other nations have? You have to ask yourself this. Why is that when some of our people make it, they have to assimilate themselves to the Europeans, to the other nation, and not even help their own people to become a nation, to have something their own? Why is it in our neighborhoods we don't have nothing of our own, but the other tribes and the other nation come to the neighborhood and sell unto us? So therefore all our monies go out of our neighborhoods and into their neighborhoods, and we have nothing to benefit for us. These are questions we got to ask. Why? And when you get the answer to the why, the Bible tells us because of what we did unto Yah, because of what we did unto his son. This is why we have became a curse in the earth. This is why Yah has allowed these evils to fall upon us. Do you hear that, vocab? This is why. And now that we have the answer to the why, all we have to do what? Repent and make it right with Yah and come back unto him. But the heathens, the Gentiles, will not let us be. You give us no peace in this world. You come against us. So now I understand why Yah has to send a deliverer. To my brother Ronald Dalton, now I understand why they shut down your page, because you're trying to take your people back to their own continent. You're trying to get them back home. And they're trying to shut you down. And which is nothing new beneath the sun, because you look in our history, look at what they did to Marcus Garvey. It's a lot. And I know when Vocab see this, he's going to twist my words. But that's what I expect. That's what the children of Satan do. They twist our words, just like they try to do the Messiah. They try to twist his words, trying to catch him his word. But as heaven and earth is my witness, Vocab, and those who do the same thing as you, Vocab, you will be judged. Yah will deal with you. Okay, so what we see here, the people that's left with a sword is going to come upon us. And this is my message unto you, Israelites, and those who call themselves African American, a name that's given to you by the Europeans. You need to make it right with Yah. Your faith will need to be stronger than ever before. So you would not lose your place in the kingdom. You would not lose your inheritance. Because the dream that he gave me in the year 2016, and I had to skip down to this verse, when he delivered you, y'all going to be in great weeping. Because when you read Jeremiah 31, verse 9, it says this: they shall come with weeping, and with supplication will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn son. You need to ask yourself, why are they weeping? Why are they crying when the Most High shall save the nation of Israel, shall save the Hebrew Israelites? This is why. Verse 2 tells you why. Those that are left with the sword. So this is my warning unto you, African Americans, those who call themselves African Americans, the names that's given by the Europeans unto you. This is my warning to you for those who follow the doctrines of the One West camps. It's my warning unto you, Israelites and Gentiles. As we see, the sword is already upon us, and many great evils have come to us. And y'all want you to make it right with him, because we have to believe in the resurrections for those who died for Yah, for those whose life was taken innocently, those whose life was taken wrongfully. Y'all want you to know this. Make it right with him. He will be your avenger, which he's doing now. He's bringing great plagues upon the earth. As we see, waters have been turned into blood. Pestilence has been released. And he's shutting things down where they can't even buy, where they cannot even buy and sell like they want to. Yah is shutting it down. And Yah had already sent his prophets and prophetess warning us that Babylon, which is America, shall be destroyed. She's going down. She's going to be destroyed first. And then he would deal with the rest of the world. It's coming. Destruction is coming here. The whore that sits upon a beast, the whore that went around and spreaded her doctrines to the world, causing men and women to sin against the Most High Yah, causing them to turn their back for the Most High Yah, to causing them to serve Satan. And we can see that in this nation. Look at what's being done in America, how they are killing the Israelites, how they're killing us, and nothing's being done. Look at how they treated us. Look at how they have not repented of their sins, how they have taken our lands, how they have taken us and stolen us from our dwellings, and they have not repented of it or made it right with us. Do you think y'all is going to stand by and let y'all get away with this? Because the word is clear that a man sow, that a man reap. If you have not repented and made it right with y'all, do you think he's going to stand by? Remember, he is a righteous judge. Do you think he's going to stand by and allow y'all to continue to do these evils? And y'all want me to let you know this, Israelites, that these evils will continue to get worse because you have not come back unto him. You have not repented and made it right with him. Again, it goes back to YHUH prophetic message. He's give you the instructions, Israelites. He's telling you what to do. But he has a way of alluring you back to him. He's going to lure you back to him. So to close this thing out, Israelites, I don't need y'all to go to Vocab channel and give him a piece of your mind. Don't do that. But I want you to see how Satan is using him, as well as many others. And they're going to label us as terrorists. They're going to group all Israelites into one category, because at the end of the day, they don't believe that we are the children of Israel. And because we have this belief, they want to put an end to this. They don't want to wait on Yah to see what he says. They want to take it in their hands to stop this awakening, to stop this movement. That's what they're doing. So how they're going to do it, they're going to label us as terrorists because of the bad apples. And they're going to bring a sword against us and cause many of us to be killed. And I want to let you know, anyone who partake in this, who join Vocab and his doctrines, to label us as terrorists, to label us as a hate group, blood will be on your hands, and you have to answer for that. As far as for those bad apples, the agents are already there among you, and they're going to do what Satan ordered them to do. They're going to cause these events to come forth, because there's one event they're trying to tag y'all in, but I'm like, That's not the whole truth of the matter. That couple is not a member of a camp, but yet they're going to tag that couple to y'all because they're looking for an scapegoat to get us to shut up. They don't want us to teach our people who they are. They want us to shut up and to just accept what the Europeans say. That's what they want us to do. Now understand why they are the children of Satan. The children of Satan believe in lies. They don't want to hear the truth. Because we know the truth can set you free. And with truth, this is where the healing begins, and this is where the remission of sins can occur. For you must have truth first. So, Vocab, when you said, tell me the police officer didn't look like he was enjoying murdering, you are no disciple of the Messiah. You are no disciple of the Messiah. You are not a believer of his. You are very wicked. Very wicked. And when you look at his icon, again, like I said, they have certain hidden messages. Look at his icon. Kind of remind me of the Illuminati ways. How they put themselves on pedestals. But y'all will expose you for who you are. It's coming. And you will reap what you sow. And I know you're not going to repent. I know you're going to just dismiss this and keep going. But know this. Y'all see all and hear all. Alright, this concludes this video. I hope you understand African Americans, the name that was given to you by the Europeans. And I know the history of how it came about from our leaders. Thank you, y'all, for reminding me that. But you see how the Europeans are so quick to accept you as the word African Americans. As not, and they want to dismiss you being Israelites. You gotta ask yourself why. What are they hiding? What is that they don't want you to know? Now we truly see the wickedness of this European, Vocab Malone. He is wicked. Is this no words for what he just said? An innocent man's life is taken, and you was, oh my goodness, that sentence is said enough, y'all. But I'm asking you, Israelites and Gentiles, what I'm asking y'all to do, warn the people, let them know what's coming, for a sword is upon us. And when Israel released that great cry, y'all will hear us. And when y'all hear us, heathens, Gentiles, y'all are in trouble. Alright, continue to preach the gospel that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10. Make sure the people are baptized by the water and the Spirit. For the Lamb and the apostles set the example of both. And we must follow the example of the Lamb. I love you all, and shalom.